Right now, it is primary election day in Michigan, and voters are heading to the polls in less than 2 hours.
Now, among the most closely watched races in the country, Democrats are going to be choosing their nominee for Senate.
Laura Sandlin is tracking the important decision that will shape the November election. Laura, this is about more than just who moves on.
Heather, Tatiana, on one side you have a candidate running based off of manufacturing and electability. On the other side, you have a challenger who is focused on economic justice as well as healthcare. Now, many are saying at this time that this is going to be one of the nation's largest tests for the Democratic Party's identity. Candidates include Democrat Haley Stevens, who was endorsed by Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer. Stevens has campaigned on her experience in Congress, support for Michigan's manufacturing economy, and electability in the battleground state. The other candidate is former Detroit Health Director Abdul El-Sayed, who is supported by Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. El-Sayed has centered his campaign on progressive priorities, including economic justice and health care, while criticizing the influence of corporate and special interest money in politics. Whoever wins this primary will move on to face Republican candidate Mike Rogers in the Senate race in November. Although Ohio voters cannot cast ballots in Michigan's primary, the outcome will still matter across state lines. As some local experts say, control of the Senate is a national issue.
We're going to vote. And once those last votes are counted, we'll have once again exercised that right of ours, that beautiful right of ours, our democracy by which we correct. The work is not over. We don't know what the votes will say, although I feel pretty good about it.
We are going to make our voices heard. There is a reason why Republicans are already spending thousands and thousands of dollars meddling in this primary, trying to maybe get their preferred candidate. Look, when it comes to Michigan, I run through anyone and anything to stand up for us. Grand Rapids, I'm a tough-as-nails Democrat. And I'm a tough-as-nails Democrat that wins for us and what we need right now.
So far, over 1 million Michigan voters have already cast their ballots in the primary election. Polled open doors will be opening at 7 and they will be going until 8 p.m. today. Reporting live in Michigan, Laura Sandlin for WTOL 11.
Voters will also cast ballots in party primaries for governor, U.S. Senate, and some state legislative seats.
Yes, and local issues as schools are front and center when it comes to Lenawee County voters. They're heading to the polls today. So voters in Waldron, Morenci, Hudson, Britton, Deerfield school districts are going to decide school funding proposals.
Ballots will also include more than a dozen fire and EMS levies, 5 road and bridge issues, and 2 contested local Republican races, including a partial term on the Lenawee County Road Commission and a partial term for Roland Township Clerk. Not every voter will see every issue since ballots vary by township and school district.
Polls are open from 7 until 8 tonight for Michigan's primary, election. Now, voters who are in line by 8 p.m. will still be allowed to cast a ballot.
You can still register to vote in person at your city or township clerk's office through Election Day, but you'll need proof of residency. And absentee ballots must reach your local clerk by 8 p.m. tonight to count.
You can catch extended election coverage streaming live on WTOL Plus starting at 8 p.m. tonight. Go ahead and scan the QR code right there on your screen. It'll download the WTOL Plus and you can watch for free.